up, everybody? This is your host and founder of the Someday Life podcast, Justin Christensen, and today I'm here with a new episode, I guess you could say. This is going to be a mini-series. It's called Someday Sticky Notes. So I'm a huge fan of sticky notes and creating just mental affirmations for myself, and I figured this would be a great way to do the same for my audience, and hopefully you guys like it. So today I want to talk about two specific types of competition. Also, what the upside of having competition does for you as an individual or your company. My goal in this episode of Someday Sticky Notes is pretty simple, really. It's to change your perception of competition / competitors so that you can use these as basically want to get to the point where you're using competition and competitors to benefit yourself versus creating a mental roadblock. So let me start by saying the fear and anxiety of starting and running a business is real for everyone. However, the cool thing about this is that you could choose to embrace it, or you can choose to hide from it. I personally recommend the first option. So what are the two types of competition? You're going to face if you plan on starting a business or if you're currently a business owner? First, there are your direct competitors. These are individuals or companies that operate in the same market space as you. Okay, they offer the same products as you, and their target market is very similar. Heck, they might have the same title as you. For example, realtor, insurance agent, mortgage loan officer, chef. Okay, so as you research the market before opening a business, you may feel a little overwhelmed by how many competitors there are in the market you hope to penetrate. Now, I can tell you, most everyone starting out feels something similar, including myself. In 2009, I had decided to become an insurance agent. I had met a few successful agents in the past and felt inspired by the fact that they were their own boss and that the business model looked to be very lucrative and financially attractive, I guess you could say. What I didn't know, however, is that at the time that I decided to become an agent, there were over 115 other agents within a 60-mile radius of my office. Okay, so the pool of competition was deep, to say the least. I was overwhelmed my first year by the sheer fact that everyone I approached already had a local agent. I chose not to focus on that, but instead on how I could be different than my competition. How could I add more value than the other agents in the area? That was my mindset. In fact, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos said it best: obsessed about customers, not competition. So that's what I did. This mindset quickly helped to calm my anxiety when I decided to follow my Someday Life and launch a consulting company along with this podcast. Now check this out. There are over 850,000 podcasts currently available online. What the hell? Right? That's what most of us would think, but I didn't go that route. Okay, so here's the thing. All the other podcasts and consulting companies are different. Why? Because I'm different. I made the choice not to live in a one-size-fits-all world, and I encourage you to take that same exact approach. Now, I get it. I understand your inner voice may be trying to talk you out of following your passion, but choose not to listen. Instead, tell yourself, I'm going to pursue my Someday Life in spite of my competition. At the end of the day, guys, heart and passion will conquer 90% of the competition that's out there. The second type of competition I want to discuss is, you guessed it, yourself. This is where the rubber meets the road, folks. It's been often said that the only competition someone has is with themselves. I couldn't agree more, but what does that look like? Well, for starters, it's about holding yourself to a higher standard. Second, you need to be obsessed about your education and your mental wellness. There's a really cool saying in football that the best ability is availability. So make yourself available. Make yourself available by striving to be a better version of yourself. If you feel there's an area in your life you need to improve, then focus on doing just that. In order to crush your business competition, you must win the competition battle within yourself. First, period. All right? I would encourage you to seek out a mentor and to even realign your circle of influence. These are two simple things that we can do immediately to make ourselves available. Another thing is look to challenge yourself a little each day. I know you've heard me say this before, but I really believe in this. This has helped me through so much in my life. And what it does is it sharpens your mind, and it helps to leave your competitors in the dust, quite frankly. In my opinion, there is tremendous upside to having direct competitors in your market space. Why? For starters, it pushes you to strive for more. Competitors will spark a creative side you didn't think you had. Also, they will force you to think outside the box. They also will provide you with somewhat of a blueprint, which is really cool. Okay, this blueprint you can then use and customize as your own. In some cases, your competitors will make a huge mistake. And guess what? That could have easily been you. But instead, you avoid that same mistake by seeing them fall first. So how awesome is that? I wouldn't want businesses to fail or people to make mistakes in business, but when you are aligning yourself with a marketplace and you're analyzing what's going on, sometimes your competitors will make a flaw. They'll have a flaw in their system, and you can point that out and you can go fill in that gap. And that adds value to your customers. Another upside of competition is that we as consumers get tremendous value. Because there are multiple competitors in the same market, consumers get to choose their favorite flavor, if you will. This is awesome. This is what makes capitalism, in my opinion, so great. It breeds innovation. It pushes the limits. Okay? So if you aspire to be a business owner or you're already running a business, embrace it. Embrace competition. Because they're not going anywhere, guys. They're going to be here today, and they're sure as hell will be here tomorrow. Focus on your products and obsess over your customers. Now, this is a quick sticky note, so if you received value from this episode, please drop me a comment on Facebook or Instagram. You can leave a comment on the YouTube video. And do me a favor, if you would, please. Try sharing this with someone you know. Okay? Now, before I sign off, I want to encourage you to follow your someday passion. I know you've heard me say that, and you're going to hear me say it 1,000 times over. But you can no longer procrastinate. Okay? No more procrastinating. No more saying, I will do it someday. We all know tomorrow's not guaranteed, so why not start now? Take care, guys. We'll talk to you again.